Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, what is variable initialization in Java? Let me answer. If you are assigning the data to a variable for the first time, then it is called as variable initialization. To a particular variable, you can assign the data as many number of times as possible. But for the first time, whatever the data that you are assigning to the variable, it is called as variable initialization. Let me practically demonstrate this one for you right now. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE and here create a new class. Okay, I'll just call this class or name this class as variable initialization demo. Okay, so this is a variable initialization demo. You can give any name for this and select this method, main method. So now inside this method, I'm going to declare a variable. Let's say the variable name I would like to give is, some num is the name of the variable. Let's say to this variable, I have to declare first. Okay, I have to declare this variable based on the type of the data I want to store into this variable. I'll declare this variable with int data type so that I can store integer values into this variable, right? Once that is done, for the first time, whenever you are assigning or storing some data into this variable for the first time, that is called as variable initialization. For example, num is equal to, if I say 9. So this is the first data that I am assigning to this variable num. This is called as variable initialization. Okay. So again, when I say num is equal to, let's say 19, this is not called as variable initialization, guys. Okay. Only this one is called as variable initialization. For the first time, if you are assigning the data to a particular variable, that is called as a variable initialization. If you are assigning the data not for the first time, but later, second, third, or fourth, or whatever the time, that is called as variable reinitialization. Variable reinitialization. Okay. This is called as variable initialization and this is called as variable reinitialization. Okay. For the first time, if you are assigning the data, it's called as variable initialization. From second onwards, if you are assigning the data to the variable, that is called as variable initialization or variable updation of the data. Okay. Or updation of data. Updation of data, whatever you call. Okay. We can call it as reinitialization or updation of the data. Okay. Fine. So this statement here is initializing the variable with a value 9 because for the first time we are storing the data into the variable. So either I can do this initialization separately. So here only declaration is happening. Here initialization is happening. I can club these two statements like this. Num is equal to 9. Okay. I don't have to write separately. So in the statement where the variable is getting declared, there itself I am initializing the data to the variable. Okay. This is called as this statement contains both variable declaration and variable initialization. Initialization. Okay. Variable declaration and variable initialization. Okay. So this part is declaration and this part is initialization because you are assigning the data to this variable for the first time. So it's called as variable initialization. So hope guys, you understood what exactly is variable initialization in Java. If you are assigning the data for the first time to a variable, it is called as initialization. Okay, with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.